You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines and are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode follows the Dead Sons storyline and may contain spoilers for the Dead Sons adventure path published by Paizo Incorporated. The following segments may contain mature themes and adult language. In this episode, the party departs for the Nejeor system in search for clues pertaining to the stellar degenerator. When last we left our heroes,
previously on Dead Sons.
Ooh. With the voice change and stuff too. Add a little modulation.
In a world overrun by dinosaurs and fungus blooms, our heroes
get space pregnant.
I mean, that's not untrue.
I need to record a bunch of stuff when my throat is screwed up.
So, when last we left our heroes, they were returning to Absalom Station and received some conflicting information as to what their what their participation level should be with.
It's raining a lot in the space station. Is there something wrong with the environment?
That's called urinasis. It's a mental disorder where you pee yourself.
Oh no!
Could they not do it upstairs? That's all I'm saying.
Always.
They're just precipitating on you.
You were receiving conflicting information.
I'm going to hide underneath Ion for the rest of the time we're on this space station.
It'll be easy.
I'm going to ride on her shoulders.
I'm going to walk him to the airlock and flush.
I do that with my daughter. Like, she gets under my feet. It's like, okay, I'm going to ride the pony. She's like, no, stop it! You're too big. Stop. Keep going. So, you arrived at Absalom Station, and Chiskus, your Starfinder contact. Wow, been a minute.
You didn't even...
Anyway, your Starfinder contact, Chiskus, was arranging for you all to go to the Scoured Stars anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It was a simple ordeal. It just involved opening a portal to hell, merely flying that particular shortcut, and you popped out the Scoured Stars. Yay.
Only, he says.
Yeah, it was...
Only.
It was a real simple ride.
We're lucky it wasn't the Shadow Plane.
They were real unhappy.
We're not playing that AP.
They were real
We are
unhappy.
playing a different AP.
Tell you what, the back matter in Book 3 is amazing. It's like, if you ever wanted to play a fetchling in Starfinder, here it is. Also, all kinds of shadow-oriented player class.
That first book,
including one for Soldier.
That first book of Signal of Screams is wonderful.
Even if you never look at the adventure, the back matter in all 3 books is like awesome for players.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You flew through hell. You went to the Scoured Stars. You assisted in recovering a significant number of Starfinders that were previously thought to be lost, including family members of Sweetfeather, who assisted you in various ways with your adventure. Now, prior to that, all the way back in Book 3 of Dead Sons, you had been in Eox investigating some information pertaining to the Corpse Fleet, which they and the Cult of the Devourer have been trying to get their hands on this weapon. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of what the weapon's called? The Stellar Degenerator.
Which makes a black dwarf or something.
Yeah, so essentially what it does is it will pretty much just destroy a sun. And it's a miserable death for everybody in that particular solar system. But there appears to be a race to see who can find this thing first, and regretfully, The Starfinders are in third.
Right, because we're competing against the Corpse Fleet and the Cult of the Devourer.
Yeah, the Cult of the Devourer seems to have a small lead, with the Corpse Fleet hot on their heels, and you're kind of getting the crumbs from both of them, which means you've got two different sources of information. And your most recent lead actually came from the Corpse Fleet. You all defeated a Jiangxi vampire, who was a Corpse Fleet higher-ranking individual, and you found that the next step in your trip was to go to a place called the Nejeor system. Nejeor. It's out in deep space, so it's going to take a bit of a trip to actually get there. And after Scoured Stars, everybody kind of recoalesced back at Absalom Station for, celebration and all that stuff. So
we're probably behind. We should probably not spend long in station.
Yeah. However, there were some rewards to be divvied out, and all of you received a missive from the first seeker, Loisiel Sabot, of the Starfinders. Generally, everybody's missive is about the same. Generally, that she's torn between reprimanding and congratulating you. One of those kind of awkward situations, but
I get that a lot.
Yeah, but ultimately, the ends justify the means.
Damn it, gang! You're a loose cannon.
Welcome aboard. Want your gun in your badge.
That's because Cyna is so uncontrollable.
Yeah, blame it on me.
It's like if you guys just weren't so
by the way,
exceptional, I'd
if
have
you
your
don't
asses right now.
If you don't take off those fake dreads and clean them.
If you all weren't on the cusp of saving the universe. So
damn you for being semi-competent.
So I'm not sure if
the curse.
I'm not sure if you all have read your letter, but essentially, we have 4 new Starfinder Venture lieutenants in our presence as a result of your bravery. Nice. And one of the benefits / responsibilities of being a Venture Lieutenant is you have had several lower level Starfinders put under your personal direction. And you all have different Starfinders under your direction. They're all special little individuals here.
Can we send them back?
Well, you're going to be sending them on missions.
Go to wherever you came from. Do not return.
But there's been a influx of Starfinder membership. One, because the Scoured Stars incident the Scoured Stars invasion has brought back a bunch of Starfinders, but also it's been very good publicity. So membership has increased quite a bit. And everyone's been given a selection of missions that they can send these individuals on. You'll get some fringe benefits from their success as well for, matching them up with appropriate missions. But do know that everybody has a different set of missions. There might be some cohesion, but just something to consider. And what I would like before the end of this session is for you to send each of those individuals on one mission, and then you can tear the perforation off and hand it to me, and then I'll be able to tally results from that.
Okay, so just one agent, one mission.
You want this by the end?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't kill them.
Well, no, but
could we send them all on the same mission?
that was
You
the thought
could if
I
you
had.
wanted to.
Is it more likely to succeed if I send multiple people on the same mission?
I mean, the Starfinders are going to send a full party, so it's just a matter of which of your representatives do you want to go on each mission.
Okay, we're
We're
not
not just
sending.
sending like one dude.
You're
We're
not
not sending
sending
one
one
person
dude
to
to
their death.
negotiate a hostage situation. No, the Starfinders will pair them up with other individuals, but there is something to be said about cohesion.
Okay.
Some of the missions overlap.
There's
Yeah.
some.
All right.
Between the 4 of you, there are 5 missions, and you've only been given 3 each.
Okay.
To kind of do stuff. So that's where you are. You know that your next goal is to go to the Nejeor system. You know that it is in deep space.
Well, this one's boring.
So
like it.
it's
The other two sound.
it's going to take a while to get there. So, in case you want to blow the dust off that null space chamber that's been storing your food. Or,
No, it's got our food in it.
You blow those.
It's got like 8 years worth of food in it.
Blow the dust off the null space chamber. The food doesn't have dust, but you may have to dust the null space chamber.
7 years, 11.5 months.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a joke there about us being out in the wilderness for 2 weeks.
Oh, there's a joke there about somebody sneaking into it and eating the food.
Oh.
It's a reference to an old Pathfinder Society field joke.
Where's all the chocolate peanut butter granola? Like, I could have sworn we had more chocolate
the
peanut
mission
butter.
where we were sent to
15
negotiate
pounds
with
of Talden
15 pounds of
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah.
And each time we offered to trade, it was slightly less because we had eaten some of it.
Right.
It was all like, and we have 15 pounds of chocolate. We have 13 pounds of chocolate.
Yeah, every time someone would bring it up, it would have
the number went down by 1.
Yeah. And then it wasn't like we set out to do it. It was just like it
happened?
just happened. And so by the end, it was all like, we have this pound of chocolate. And they were like, a pound of chocolate.
Is it good? Yes.
Yeah, it's very good chocolate.
So I've been told.
Oh no, it was good.
This half pound of chocolate. Wait, didn't you say it was a pound earlier? Yes. I think I did. It is now currently a half pound, though.
Yep. It's real good. You should get some before it disappears.
Too late.
Forget I said anything about chocolate. That was a...
Yeah.
So,
was it,
I don't even know what chocolate
Not
is.
Tread? Was that the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you all
Recommended.
are at Absalom Station. You have a destination in mind. This is probably going to be your last chance to resupply with anything for a good long while because you don't know what amenities are available in the Nejeor system.
Well, do we have any intel on that system? I mean, if it's got a name, somebody's probably been there.
One would hope.
I don't believe you're going to be able to find anything about the Nejeor system other than what you were able to pull from the corpse fleet, which was a name and some coordinates. You just pretty much know that it exists, but it's not anything you have information on. So that's cool. Get to find some info and give it to the Starfinders about a new system.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Get that exploration payout.
Yes. If you survive. That's the important part. You got to get the shit back in one place.
Is.
Yep.
I guess we have to have the Sunrise
our friends
Maiden.
at the Hardscrabble Collective learned that
The Sunrise Maiden, outfitted for the appropriate tier.
Here's the thing. This adventure was built for 7th level.
Oh,
So it
mine-
being a tier 6 isn't necessarily out of line.
Oh, it's a tier 6 right now?
Yeah.
I mean, technically it would be a tier 8, so that might...
Yeah, so we need to update it.
Yeah, that might be a
It
good
shouldn't
thing to
take
do.
too long.
I don't know. We could take it.
Here's the thing. The first thing that you guys are going to
It'd
do
make
is
our
going to involve
DCs
your starship. So I would... It's a higher priority than...
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm probably just going to boost its shields and add a really big gun to it.
Done.
I mean, beautiful.
Just beef up the mining lasers.
Because I beefed up all the not gun stuff the last time.
Yeah.
It's the gun's turn.
So it's the gun's turn. I've been alternating.
At even levels, the
fine.
gun gets leveled up.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to alternate. Then I was all like, someone will be all like, why does our thing fall apart every time a solar wind blows by? And it's all like, well, we could blow up stars before they blow solar winds. That will also work because we have the firepower to do so. But then I figured people would have problems with that.
So also, I don't think you guys got
approach.
too many credits from the Scoured Stars
Yeah, we really
invasion.
Get that much money.
It was mainly just a windfall of experience points, I believe, is what happened. So everybody should be 8, including the ship. You're at Absalom Station. You're doing... Isabel's helping get some last-minute adjustments on the Sunrise Maiden.
All right. I'd like to pick up a couple of spell gems before we leave, if that's okay.
Yeah, this would be the place to do it.
Hooray! Shinies.
All right. So, speed of torpedo or damage of torpedo?
What's range
Damage.
of torpedo?
They're all long.
Well, then
It's always
probably
damage.
of torpedo. Wait,
Alright, so heavy antimatter missile launchers, 10d10. Did you?
I mean, that just sounds sexy. I'm not even gonna lie.
And because I updated the pulse, the power core last time, we've got plenty of PCU for it. I'm pretty sure we could run 3 of these fucking things, but we don't have the build points for 3 of these things. We already have a particle beam on it that does 8d6, but I figure throwing a 10d10 on top of it is just all like, you got in front of us, you're a mistake.
How much the reloads on that cost?
There is like, it's a limited fire 5, so, but your ship auto generates ammo.
Oh, okay.
Not during combat. So you can use up all 5, and then as long as there's like a day between combats, your ship will give you more ammo the next day. Yeah. All like tracking weapons with ammo, like your ship just auto generates that. Like it has fabricators that just make it.
Okay.
Like replicating machines, like replicators. You're like, instead of ordering a latte, you're like, I need some more antimatter missiles, and it's all like, order coming out. Like, all right, or a 3D printer. I don't know. It's awesome. It's boss.
Processing.
Yeah.
It's that lost
Like
in
it's
space
like 3D printing it, and you're all like, ooh, it's gonna blow up so good.
well, I love this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that lost in space 3D printer that prints guns with, ammunition and bullets.
I mean, it's a future 3D printer.
Right.
Right.
Okay. I'm just gonna say I
Just
don't
as
want
long
to
as
know.
we're on the same page.
Yeah. Because in the future they can take plastic pellets and store gunpowder in them.
You just 3D print the gunpowder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's carbon,
It's
right?
the future.
That's not how they work.
Yeah. Not currently, but it's the future.
We did some stuff during the gap, okay?
Yeah.
We don't remember what it was, but all of a
Right,
sudden,
right.
gunpowder and plastic capsules.
Magic everywhere. Magic
Yes.
says it works.
Thanks, Norgorber. Okay.
I'm not concerned at all.
So, while the ship is getting upgraded, you all will take off from Absalom Station. Zenka will get to a safe distance and put you all into the drift. Zenka, I need a piloting check to astronavigate to your
Okay.
destination.
Bear with me a moment, and I will have that for you. A piloting check, you say?
Piloting check to astronavigate.
28.
28. Okay. By your estimation, this trip will take approximately 14 days.
Oh, well, it's a good thing we have the 7 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks worth of provisions.
That's strangely absent of chocolate peanut butter.
How long is this trip going to take?
14 days.
Oh.
That's
I mean,
actually a really good clip for.
Yeah.
This is in the vast, right?
We can eat like Thanksgiving. We have so many like MREs. We could eat like Thanksgiving dinner every meal.
What do you think we're replicating the torpedoes out of?
I mean, that's probably true.
They just come out of the barrel in these giant Jif peanut butter jars.
No, we're just reusing the Jif peanut butter bar. Just pack some antimatter in there will work. Trust me. I don't think that's how it works.
This jelly tastes tingly.
Don't worry about that. It'll be fine.
So
It says high in energy.
So drift travel, this is probably the furthest a lot of you have had to travel in the drift. I mean,
That's pretty terrifying. 14 days in the drift.
Yeah. So,
It's nothing.
it's very bleak in this plane. Instead of the inky blackness dotted with stars, the drift is a mass of pink and purple energy that seems to both envelope the ship and be incredibly far away at the same time. It's just kind of very difficult to gauge distances because nothing's passing by really. And you know you're moving, like you can feel the ship is moving and you're making progress, but there's no real discernible way to kind of sense that from the outside. Randomly, you may catch glimpses of chunks of other planes that the drift has gobbled up as you pass by. Zenka, you'll pass by a titanic but empty basalt throne carved with images of cavorting devils at one point. You're kind of excited. It's like, ooh, a thing. And you come by and it's just like this throne that you pass by.
Threw that out.
Yeah.
That might have been knocked off when we made our last trip.
Someone was sitting there and they were just all like, man, it's a good day to be
Well, they
in
sent
hell.
they sent demon robots at us.
And they were like, damn it.
Maya has some concerns because as at one point Maya will look out the window and see a gear kind of floating out there.
And it looks like the one off of our aft.
But when Maya brings it to attention to Zenka, you both realize that it's kind of hard to judge like size and distance and stuff. The gear is actually about the size of a city.
Ooh.
So it's not one of yours, thankfully.
Yeah, our boat's a little bit smaller than that.
One day.
Cyna will kind of gaze off doing, her morning ritual and find a vast bridge that seems to have an ancient abandoned city built along its span.
Whatever. I've seen weirder.
Well, I haven't.
I'm gonna be real honest. Like it was all like, I don't know how people travel in the vast, and they're just all like, here's random chunks of planes that have been ripped into here. We should keep using this. It's like traveling through like a reminder of like why using drift is a bad idea.
Well, I mean, when you have infinite space in various planes, the probability of anything that you actually know or care about
it's not you
getting
coming
ripped into it is fairly low.
It's not you coming across like you're walking through heaven one day and you're all like, didn't there used to be a town here? Now there's just like
no. I mean that city was probably some ass hat going, oh look, I built this drift engine and then turned it on in town.
I mean, we don't know though.
But what if this whole drift thing is secretly a trap, and every time somebody uses the drift gets bigger and consumes more stuff?
There are people who
there's speculation about that.
Okay.
It's also possible Triune just wants a junkyard.
It's also possible that Triune don't give up.
Also, the bridge that has an ancient abandoned city built along its span, is that like Magnamar?
Let's go check. Do we have time?
Can we go?
Can we land on this?
Can we go?
I mean, I don't know what Cyna doesn't know what Magnamar is, but it sounds cool.
Like,
It sounds like a kind of cigarettes.
like seriously, is that Magnamar that they're trying to like point at?
A field trip?
I think our culture's probably high enough that we could be like, is that Magnamar? We could probably.
Is that the ancient?
Well, I don't know. Magnamar, like,
no, Magnamar wasn't built on the bridge.
do we have
It was at the end of the
information
bridge.
from before the gap?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have information from before the gap. We have information after the gap. We just don't know what happened during.
Okay,
That is
just
correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the official answer from Jason Ball, or from the designers, is that the gap begins at the at the end of the last Pathfinder session you've played.
Oh, that's super weird and meta, and I kind of love it.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
It's entirely a game mechanic to disconnect people in Pathfinder from going, oh, well, this campaign means nothing.
Right.
That's weird.
That's entirely the point. It's all a plot device.
I figured. I just didn't know if it was sitting in the safe there with what happened to Aridin.
It probably is now.
So you're flying around. It's been about a week. Maia is kind of doing a cursory check of computers, and Zenka, you approach this area that has like these thick clouds, and the clouds actually, unlike some of the other auroras that you've been flying through, these clouds actually have like discernible distance or whatever, and it looks like they have these just self-contained thunderstorms almost in them. They're just kind of illuminating themselves. Like,
can we not fly through that?
Absolutely. I mean, they aren't that large.
Okay. That seems like something you don't want to fly through.
Yep. Maia,
Zenka, you wanna start a betting pool as to how long it takes these newbies to space travel to get their first case of space madness?
I don't know if I'm comfortable taking you up on that.
I'll take that bet.
Wait, I'm not having this conversation with you. It's gonna be like one of those times where it's just with just Cyna and Zenka on the bridge.
Regardless of how that goes, we all lose.
Maia, go ahead and throw me a computer's check as you're checking some of these clouds, just because they're pretty interesting.
The first roll of this this die that he gave me, I got the which is the 20. That's a good sign. So that is 41.
My rank
41?
It should be
That's the highest I can get.
Cool. So you catch two things. First, you see that these clouds are actually portions of the plane of air absorbed by the drift, basically thunderheads held together by the plane's residual energy.
Okay.
That's interesting.
With your
sign ranks.
because you exceeded the DC by 10, you also notice a vessel about to emerge from one of the clouds.
Guys, we have a ship coming out of clouds.
No, that's okay.
Thunderclouds.
Can you, since you're kind of like on the computer right now checking it out, you want to make a cultured or engineering check? And I'll actually allow Zenka to do this too, because I'd say Zenka is probably on station.
Okay.
I'll throw in engineering.
The Sunrise Maiden is upgraded. We got more armor, a lot more shields, 50 points more shields,
Oh, sweet.
and a heavy antimatter missile launcher.
29.
29.
Engineering.
Engineering.
You said a what check was this?
Engineering or culture?
Engineering or culture.
My engineering was just higher, so that's why I went with that one.
I'll try an engineering. I think I get a free rank in that for a level from being a...
I'm going to assist his
Technomancer?
engineering. Can I do that?
No, it's...
Sure.
All right.
He kind of says a ship, and you're like, I need to know what I'm shooting at.
Also 29.
Okay.
I assist him.
It is a good thing that Ion assisted because the DC is 30.
Perfect.
Damn.
Yep. Between the two of you, you recognize the vessel's construction from holoscans or vid feeds as typical of the Aslanti Star Empire, which is an expansionist federation of worlds under the command of humans who left Galarian millennia ago.
Oh. So these people haven't been seen in a millennia, and we're seeing them now?
No,
No.
they separated from...
They separated, and we know, like, they're known about, but they're super hostile, so we basically just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Like, in lore, basically, any time that you're all like, hey, we can coexist, they just, like, come through and stomp the shit out of everyone that thinks that, and then they're all like, you either serve us or you don't exist in this space.
Kind of like the Romulans in like way early Star Trek. Nobody knew anything about them.
Yeah.
They were kind of enigmatic. Their
Warrior
empires
race.
didn't touch ours directly.
Right.
Okay.
So the Aslanti Star Empire, they are kind of secretive. They've got...
Super racist.
Yeah, super racist.
Super racist.
A lot of high-tech stuff, though, that they
My favorite.
tend to like to destroy instead of anyone being able to get their hands on it.
Yeah. And it's all like Magitech.
It's
like all of their technology is hybrid technology.
Yeah, even their space lasers.
It's
Okay.
real cool stuff.
So they got really high tech stuff, but if they know they're going to go down, they're just going to like suicide it out.
Their ships auto self-destruct.
Oh,
If you disable their ship, it just blows up.
Possibly. Yeah, it's... I mean, someone really good with computers could probably stop that. But
It just so happens.
if you happen to know anyone...
Can we put life support in one of those torpedoes?
We'd have to remove the antimatter.
We just have to. We just have to get her close enough to remote hack.
Well, you'd probably have to
it against the wall.
You'd probably have to umbilical it. Now, here's the thing. It looks like that ship might be coming on a intercept course.
That's fine.
Intercepting with us.
Yeah.
So they were hiding in the cloud. And
What would you all like to do?
Let's hail them.
No, this is kind of sandboxy, and this is why I'm kind of giving you some additional information, because you know that they are pretty Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh!
Look
For our viewers who can't see, our listeners, he just pulled out a mini that has an LED light inside of it, and it's badass.
Yep, that is pretty slick.
Put that out there. We'll get some pictures. Bless your amazing.
Is that a new project that... Oh, did you wind the cord up the...
Yep.
Okay, I see that from here.
The positive goes up and then up the
pole,
the stand.
Yeah.
And then the negative wraps down.
Oh, okay, so you did use the inside of it. Got it.
Yeah, so drilling through something that long and that skinny, not an easy task.
Yeah. That sounds...
Oh, it's a wooden base.
It is MDF.
Okay.
I think that makes it...
It is.
That's worse.
That's
worse than wood to drill.
Well, I rotored it with
Okay.
a Dremel tool. And that is 3 glued together.
Yeah, I see. Where's the model from?
The model is a Firestorm Armada.
Okay, thought it was familiar.
That's so cool.
So...
they did good work. It's a shame the company went out of business.
I know. That's such
piles and piles of Dendrenzi.
So this vessel approaches, and you get a hail. A female voice that's been kind of modulated a little bit. Sounds a little bit mechanic.
We are space Nazis.
Kind of like that. Kind of like that.
Demand that you come to
DJ
our
in
concentration
Princeton.
camp. No, we're good.
Probably. It's a little bit less deep and more computer. It's a Jewel of the South reference. Attention, Pact Worlds vessel. This is the Aslanti Star Empire vessel Fearful Symmetry. Surrender immediately, and you will not be harmed. In fact, you will have the immense pleasure of becoming another small part of the Empire's vast populace. Refuse, and we will be forced to turn you into space dust.
First question.
This message will not repeat.
First questions first. Let's do an intense scan to see if the ship is actually symmetrical.
Can I ask why your ship's not symmetrical? That's the only thing I was thinking too.
Because if it's not symmetrical, we're definitely killing them.
I mean, it's symmetrical on the left-right plane.
But not on the top-bottom plane?
Oh, no.
Oh. Done.
Not good enough.
Done.
You
Not
can't
good
name
enough.
your ship
You can't
after
name your ship symmetrical if it's not like that. It's a spaceship. Left, right doesn't matter.
And they don't seem like
There
the
is
kind of
no
people that are
up,
going to
down.
be willing to talk this out anyway.
Yeah.
All right,
They're basically
so
like, be our slaves or die. So to me,
But
that
I
kind of
don't
feels
want to
like-
be a slave.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm against
all right,
slavery
so-
thing.
Let's take a quick vote. Raise your hand
Okay.
if you don't want to be a slave.
all right, so 4 out of 8, that will determine our response.
Yeah, 4 out of 4. All right. So
All right,
being a slave doesn't work for us.
Yeah, let's raise the comms, please. Aslanti vessel. This is the Starfinder starship, Sunrise Maiden, and First off, we have a very important question that we need to ask for the sake of my officers here. Is we need to know if your starship is bilaterally or radially symmetrical. Please respond.
I love how we get this, like... We get an ultimatum and our response is to shitpost.
yeah. Starfinder drift trolls, right?
She's about right.
Ensign, did they just troll us? I do believe they did. This is the drift, not the brown sea. Let's attack them.
Hard points deployed. That was your plan, huh?
Well, I kind of owed the crew because last time I talked them out of their violent confrontation after we upgraded the ship.
I feel like that was a serious question, though.
I just figured.
I mean, am I wrong, guys? Is that something that we really need to know?
Our surrender depends on their response.
I just figured you might be interested in
we
tricking them, boarding vessel, anything like that.
We took a vote.
Hold on. I believe that there are 2 words that determined our answer, and those 2 words were antimatter torpedo.
Yeah.
We'll get a.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Ion. Never did anything for you.
All right.
Let's make dust.
Let's see here. You guys.
Should we do what we did early on and just disable the engines and seal the ship? See if those self-destruct rumors work.
I want to recover some tech, guys. So
I don't know if
we should actually not turn them into complete dust. We should
All right.
just
we'll really piss them off before the next AP.
There we go.
Or if you can make sure you guys are 9 hexes apart.
We are not.
Okay. Facing approximately toward each other. That is fine.
We're allowed to use boons.
What type of boon you want to use?
I don't know. I was just reading the. It's nothing I truly actually want to use in this moment. I was just reading the boon.
The green lightning bolts are actually the planes of air. Maia, since you did so well with the scan, what I can tell you is that it was somewhere on this page, and now I can't find it. They give you... Here we go. They give you like partial concealment, so an attack that would hit a starship that is in a cloud has a 20% chance of missing. Targeted weapons such as missiles and torpedoes aren't destroyed if they miss due to the percentile chance. If a starship begins a round within a cloud, the pilot must make a piloting check, or the vessel is struck by a bolt of elemental lightning that deals damage to a ship in random arc. So there is a little bit of a risk from doing that. However,
we've got a pretty badass bus driver driving this ship.
That's true.
I have access to the 12th level piloting abilities a couple times a day.
That's dangerous.
It is.
So I need to actually look at their morale real quick to know, because I feel like the end will come pretty quick.
Yeah, they're going to be all like, we're Aslanti, we're space Nazis, and then we're going to be all like, get wrecked.
Should we boost them?
Yeah.
Their ship looks really cool, though.
Thank you for coming to our boot party.
Cool. All right.
Since the aerodynamics don't matter, you can just put boots on the front of our torpedoes.
I mean, that's true.
Just one boot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like when you go to the places where people have tied like the shoes together and thrown them over the power line, just like a pair of boots with like the laces tied like in one of the fins or something.
We can do that.
Anyway, piloting checks. Zenka, you will actually get a plus
bonus points to anybody who stats that up.
Well, are we going to do any engineering first? Or is our engineer going to like boost us first?
Oh, I'm going to boost the ever-living crap out of you.
You're going to get a +2 bonus to your piloting check since he kind of put you on high alert.
You should give us extra.
You want extra speed?
I might need it.
Let's give extra speed.
I'm going to need that.
I rolled a...
I can yell at you.
Right.
But...
What's your big number?
24.
Oh, I got 38.
I rolled a 3. I can't.
Oh.
I rolled
Lordy.
You guys sure you want speed then? I can
Too
give
late.
you more piloting check.
Well, if need be, we'll pull off an audacious gambit, because I can do that now.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just give you a +2 enhancement to speed. Recalibrate engine. I will use a resolve point.
Ooh.
Can I like double that with a? How does that work actually? No, it takes the whole round. Okay. Yep. So
We can use our level 6 abilities.
+2 enhancement to your speed.
Alright.
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna pull out my starship stuff from this binder.
Because I'm
Do I need to
pretty sure.
check something on the Starship stuff too?
Zenka's character sheet graduated to a
You
binder.
guys just turned to see Maya pouring her energy drink into the engine compartment.
It works. Trust me. Trust me.
Is that what you've been doing to my ship? Oh, right. You weren't supposed to see this.
I have several questions.
That was an urban legend, like pouring
Oh,
cokes
nice.
into engine blocks.
Right.
I'm still haunted by the Coke ad I saw on Tumblr.
Uh-oh.
Somebody pouring a bottle of Coke into a bowl full of cigarettes. It was a link to a website with Coca-Cola recipes.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it was a bowl full of wet cigarettes.
Mistake 1, Tumblr.
Yeah.
All right, so
Moving on.
we
Pilot.
have to move first.
Yes,
You do
we
have
do
to
because
move
I
first.
rolled.
How are we going to
crap.
do that? We need to put our front side facing them. Because I'm going to spend a resolve to broadside.
Do we
them.
want to try the Audacious Gambit? Is a thing that I can do now. What that is it's a very difficult piloting check. But what it is, we move up to our speed. Our turn distance is reduced by 2. We can fly through enemy spaces without provoking. And at the end, we can rotate in any direction we want.
That sounds
Good
amazing.
lord.
I have to spend a resolve to do it, but I have one resolve I can use during a space combat.
I'm pretty sure we'll have enough time to recover resolve.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
That can put us here facing.
All right.
Now I
so
got to make that piloting check though, and it's the
Let me,
so it is.
Hold on. Let me make a
Let me do
intimidate check to yell at you and say, "Yes, do it, you asshole." I mean, Zenka.
Just punch it.
That's like hit the throttle hard, cut off the throttle, make your like lateral adjustments and
Yeah,
stuff.
pull the
Do a
e-brake
little
real quick.
do a little spinaroo,
Yeah, pull the e-brake
Like-
real quick.
That is
and
a,
then like hit the thrusters again to like
Has anyone watched or not watched? Has read the first Halo book? It was like the best one they ever
all right.
wrote.
I've
No.
got to
I
roll.
haven't, but
I got to
There's
get a
some,
13 on that piloting
like,
check.
really badass
You have
piloting.
to
I have to roll a 13.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
And that's what
Um,
reminded me of
well,
this.
you've got superiority.
You get a-
dice.
I've got the
+4,
stuff I can add to
plus
it.
4 bonus to succeed on this.
Okay. So I have to roll a 9 now.
Yeah,
Okay.
do something audacious. And Lord knows how Paizo loves the word gambit.
That was not a 9. That was a 2.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like random number generators.
Can you
That's fine.
can you re-roll a failed check? Is there anything you can do to do that?
I can use my Sharon ability to
Yeah.
re-roll a die once.
that
a day.
might be
Let's
You're amongst
re-roll
friends.
that.
This is a good time to do
Let's re-roll
Friends
that.
who
I'm
will
gonna
kick your
roll.
ass.
Roll a
I'm
real
gonna roll
dice.
a real die. I'm gonna roll the die that looks like Zenka. That's much better than a 2.
Yes.
That is an 18
oh,
plus the 4, 22 plus 19.
that's 41.
Yes. So it's a 41 to do that. I have to spend my 1 resolve point to do it. But we can now move through our speed through their space and just turn.
What?
Yeah. They were all like,
this is
they were
Top
all
Gun
like,
moment
we're going
when they,
to kill you, and we were all like,
This is Top Gun when they fly the jet upside
Are you
down
though?
over top of the other jet and like flip them off, take a photo, and then like flip.
The term is
Flight assist off.
improving in international relations.
He goes, traction control off.
So let's see.
What's traction
Okay.
control?
That's what your car comes with, so that you can't
what
drive it like
size
a
is this
badass.
Aslanti vessel, by any curiosity?
So they are still on our front arc, are they not?
And we're also in theirs.
That's fine, because I'm going to broadside.
It is
him.
a medium
That is a
explorer.
very
Okay.
broadside.
It's a Clockworks Prism is the actual classification of this vehicle.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers are out. So yeah, I guess we're going to shoot each other.
Yeah,
now.
broadside.
Yeah.
So I'm attacking with 3 weapons, all at a -2. I
Fun.
have to spend a resolve to do it, but yes.
Do it.
So the particle beam is a
yes.
crit.
Oh my!
The heavy antimatter missile is a total of 20. Does that hit?
That's target lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the linked mining lasers is only a 17 against their AC. That probably
That'll miss.
Yeah, so that misses. But the 2 big weapons hit. Right, so
one
they
hit hard.
Yeah, they were all like, "Hurry!" So they have to roll on the critical table because it doesn't do double damage. They just got to roll on the critical table,
Okay.
and then they're probably gonna have to do it again because I'm about to breach that critical threshold all up in that ass.
Well, the first one's going to be 43.
Oh, I've got that table right here. 43.
Yep.
Roll a d4.
Make me get
Is this
every.
for a arc?
Weapons array.
Oh, well,
2.
it could be turret.
Starboard.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they have a turret?
Yes. But
Then you have to
they
roll
don't.
D6 and reroll
They don't
6.
have a. They don't have a rear.
Oh, okay. So,
No, because I think it's just in an arc. Yeah.
I hope
Determining
their
one
science,
arc. So their turret takes that minus if they fire out of that arc.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Yeah.
that arc.
so
that
it's
takes
not the
star-
weapon,
So it's the
it's the
starboard arc.
Right.
Yeah, for reference, that's the arc they've got pointed at us in addition to their forward.
That's good.
Because we're like right on corners.
All right. So I do 8d6 and then 10d10.
Merely.
Would you like some more dice?
I hope your science officer was like able to pull out that we're like this old archaic ship that's older than any person like on their ship, and they're just like, why is this a hunk of junk getting ready to
I
evaporate
told
us?
Right.
him we were Starfinder.
No, they were like, hey, isn't that a really old ship that's a hunk of junk? But it's like definitely Mad Max style. It just has like obnoxiously large weapons like duct tape to it. Like
Right.
The chrome makes it go faster.
Is that
Right.
painted in blood? Thoughts
So
and
could we-
prayers on 2 of those guys?
So
like
could we
Helsing
respect
Ultimate
Casper
Guns.
into a bard and
That's
just
true.
have him ride on top
front
with a
guns.
with a-
One says thoughts and one says prayers on it.
I'd like to think it's like the Helsing Ultimate Guns, like Jesus is in heaven or something like that, like inscribed on the side.
around the tip of the barrel, it just has written in celestial, for the glory of
Okay.
Yomade.
So the particle beam,
With a gold halo around the barrel.
Yeah.
that particle beam is going to do 26 to them.
And you're hitting them in the mouth.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, 26.
I was like,
so there.
Say cheese. Not fast enough. Wham!
Swiss cheese specifically.
Okay, they no longer have front shields.
Good, because then comes that antimatter missile.
We just push the shields out of the way.
Yeah. Step aside.
Do you want some of this? No, sir, we don't.
I see some 10s.
I'm terrified for them.
You know, on the other hand,
They could have told us about the symmetry of their ship, but they didn't. They
no,
brought this on themselves.
they deployed their weapons.
We had one question.
Their weapons are symmetrical.
That's true.
Given an ultimatum.
They have the
Reply
same
with
weapon on
shitpost.
forward,
That-
port,
that-
and starboard.
On the ongoing topic of ship names, though, that was a really good ship name.
I've had this idea swimming around where, like, the Star Fox type thing where you're going to run into your rivals and their ship's going to be the Twilight Harlot.
Great.
We'll have to steal it because
That's 58.
we have to own that.
50!
Oh, you guess that shield
And-
dragged.
and-
Oh, wait.
This is
Yeah.
this
They
is
were
where
all like, we're badass. And I was like, get slapped.
so
Now,
this is where
Wes.
we
I go like this. I go, boom. Not in my house.
Okay, that
Ion,
was...
can you tell me what 58 plus 8 is?
58 plus 8 is 66.
66. Cool. Cyna, can you tell me how many hit points?
Why, that would be 65.
Oh. So I took that critical threshold and shoved it up the booty hole. I'm gonna need you to roll them.
All 5?
You destroyed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
you
I?
just cored the thing.
Oh,
It's now disabled.
It's now this donut-shaped symmetrical hole.
now it's symmetric. I see what it is. You just gotta push out that center
Surrender
part.
or else. Warning: life support disabled. Engines disabled. Sensors disabled.
We break this down. We have like a clearly higher advanced ship. They come to we're gonna beat these guys. We just come out of nowhere, fly literally right beside them. Like, yo,
We
what up?
drifted in outer space.
Get
We were
behind
like,
them.
got behind them, and they were like, turn around.
No.
I guess.
Yeah. Their pilot was all, "We got this." Did a bootlegger reverse, bringing their big gun right at us.
I don't know if they had a chance to even see what the hell happened.
They didn't. They turned around and they're like, we see them.
Sure, they got to
like,
hear. They got to
fire
hear.
They
their-
got
They got to try to
And then it was
point
too
at us,
late.
and then we hit
Now-
them, and then just everything's gone.
They just got the last thing they heard was their engineer screaming, "There's antimatter down here that's not ours."
No, I think that's what he wanted to say, but the inside of that ship got pushed out its booty hole.
The order to
before that
fire
sentence
was
got
being
completed.
called out, and they didn't finish the order.
Did you
and then
cause
the
that
whole
ship to
core-
prolapse?
I did.
The ship was prolapsed.
I did. I'm just saying, like,
So for anybody who complains about Starfinder spaceship combat being too hard, all you have to do is shoot first. It's fine.
Yeah. So here's
Shoot first. Just
now.
like mine.
Tonight
well,
on Max
technically,
Q after
technically they get to fire as well, and damage
Yeah.
happens
Yes.
simultaneously.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
they're
they
gonna-
got a 32 on their gunnery.
Yeah,
check.
Yeah, they're gonna
No,
hit
that's
us.
gonna hit
yeah.
us.
So they're
'Cause our
going to
AC 's
wreck
only
us
25.
back. That's fine.
So I mean, they do 13 damage to your
Forward shield.
forward.
I
Our
can't wait to
recently
just
reinforced
fix our
shield.
shield.
Oh
with
no,
one
our
roll.
40 shields cares about that 13 so
Yeah,
bad.
I think we were right. We could have taken this before the upgrade.
You know what's nice about being taken in one with the upgrade? Is they were all like, hoo, 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 we're space Nazis. And they were all like, get wrecked.
You know, the
We were like,
question
bite
is,
the curb, space Nazi.
and here's the important thing, though, is that whether or not we blew
Oh
up,
gosh.
whether or not we disabled that before their self-destruct mechanism went online.
So
I just want you to know that
Nazi punks.
when it was...
it's like
when-
that,
yeah.
that one like neo-Nazi that every time he went out in public, somebody like would just punch him in the face.
Yeah.
So now he's scared to go outside because everybody just wants to punch him in the face.
Yeah, that's what you get
beautiful.
for like going on national
beautiful.
TV
Love
as
it.
the leader of a Nazi rally. Like, please punch me in the face is basically what he did.
See, I now kind of want to see us
Okay,
do.
so what you need to understand is that before that upgrade, when we were just tier 6, we still had that particle beam.
We still had the particle beam.
We still would have gotten rid of their shields. And then I would have only been rolling 2 dice, and the first 2 dice the roll would have hit. So I still would have done 46 damage to them with the mining lasers.
Well, right. Yeah.
It just might have taken us another round.
we would have gotten another couple turns, and it
Yeah.
would have been a little more interesting.
I feel like that was very interesting.
Oh, it was.
Admittedly,
It was spectacular.
I
Like-
used a lot
like-
of homebrew stuff that
Like when
gave
you
us
have
access
a
to
pumpkin
things.
and you're all like, let's shoot it with a 9mm and see what happens. You're like, that was cool. But
For
when you have
reference.
it, and you're all like, I have a
Shoot a
40
dragon's
millimeter
breath out of
grenade
your-
launcher. Let's see what happens.
So next time we have to do that, I'm going to use my orders ability to try to give you 2 actions.
That's cool. So also we only used one of our missiles. So it's 3D. The replacement's 3D printing right now. But
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So
remember how we had the discussion about how all the sounds that happen in space are all simulated by the computer?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go in and we're going to adjust the noises so that anytime that big missile hits something, the explosion is replaced with the boop noise.
Also a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, I was gonna say put the Wilhelm scream in it.
or like the jackpot going off on a slot machine. Ding 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 ding. Coins rattling out. Should have like real UPBs dump out of the little thing.
I
you
feel like
just-
when they scanned our ship, they should have been all like, let's be further than 8 away from them, but they didn't.
that's what the GM
Well, they were.
rolled.
They started at 9.
Yeah, that's what the GM rolled. 2d6 plus 4, and he got 9. Well, it It
then we
was
got
not-
all up in their butt, and they were all like, "Let's just turn around on them real quick." And then I was all like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So you hit
I mean,
them. You
They
hit
were a
them
little
in
less
the,
assholes. My alternate was to ask them, well, what kind of citizens were we gonna be once we join your empire? Do we get to be like
I feel
official
like
citizens?
I
We get to
feel
be
like there was
officers?
totally room to
Started, like-
negotiate there, and they just failed that diplomacy check.
Yeah.
You hit them in
I
the
think we
mouth,
failed the
right?
diplomacy check.
It either
Oh, no, no.
no, it would have been starboard.
That was using the rules that if the
Did-
roll is impossible, it auto fails.
It would
I
have
think
been,
you could have targeted
We
the
were not
front.
being diplomatic.
we might have been able to. We'd have to
Okay.
target them with the with our
Ion,
starboard.
I want you to roll me a percentile.
To see how much of that ship is left after I did that to it.
Different reason.
Seeing if one of those critical.
84.
84. That kind of makes sense with the starboard stuff. Make me a second one.
78.
78. Okay.
I liked it. I'm gonna ride that high all day long.
Oh man, I'm high right here for you. That was good.
Okay. Both of your shots kind of hit like forward to starboard. And you punch through that area.
Mm-hmm.
Regretfully, the individuals on board the ship,
Died.
no. They will have enough agency to be able to activate the
Self-destruct.
self-destruct.
Can we stop this?
Can we get the hell away?
I want to stop.
Okay.
Title music for Dead Sons is provided by Overclocked Remix and created by CFX. Find more great game remixes at ocremix.com. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio. Original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.